right. Calm down. I know, I haven't been here for a while. I remember, do you remember what I said the last time? But at the same time, it's a movie, and I like to support my movie theater. In fact, we'll get to that later. But, okay, so I said that, and then I botched it. I went off the grid for a while, at least for movies for a while. I haven't been to the movies in quite a while. So I am going to go see a movie tonight. I am paying the big bucks, and I'm supporting my movie theater, as I promised before. Tonight's movie is going to be The Chaos Walking with Tom Holland, Spider-Man's Tom Holland, and Star Wars Daisy Ridley. I don't know if I'm excited about seeing this movie. I'm excited about being at the theater, but this movie has had very lukewarm reviews to it. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and see what this movie can offer us, and then I'll let you know what I think about this movie after a few seconds. All right, I'll talk to you guys in just a few seconds. Bye. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this. Hey, you know what? Hold on for a second. It's getting a 22% on a Rotten Tomato meter. Metacritics are giving it a 40%. On IMDb, it's getting a 5.8 out of 10. For the life of me, I don't understand that. I sat through that movie and I was incredibly enthralled in that movie. I was on my seat. I found it very engaging. I really enjoyed this movie. Here's a little theory that I'm kind of brewing in my head and why people are like resisting this movie. Basically, throughout the plot, we're not given the whole story in the very beginning of the movie. We learn the whole story in little bits throughout the movie. We have a new planet that Earth is trying to colonize. It is not within travel distance of one generation. So we have multi-generational ships that are going from Earth to this new establishment, this new Earth colony. So we have people who have never seen Earth that are trying to colonize this planet. We have characters in this movie that have only known ship life, or vice versa, the other flip that coin. We have characters that have only known this new world and never known Earth or space travel. So basically, the story is where the Chaos Walking title comes from is that when you enter the atmosphere, all male thought is almost physical. It appears around their heads as like this colorful cloud, and you can hear their thoughts in their voice, and you can see mental projections coming out of these people. So it sets up an interesting plot device where we have the women who you do not see their thoughts at all, and the men who are totally transparent. And I don't know if that's kind of like the author's kind of a message about the battle of the sexes. I haven't figured that out yet, but it does set up an interesting plot device in this movie. So here's my theory about why people are kind of resisting this movie. It is a smaller story told with a bigger budget, and it could work as a television series. I see. Okay, so let me go ahead and further plot along. We are basically introduced to the main character, Todd, who's played by Tom Holland, living in kind of like a slightly post-industrial age village. You know, you have like all these crude metal houses that are built from the ground up. And it looks like kind of like an old Western setting where you have a bunch of cowboys walking around with no women. So the further the plot along, we have Daisy Ridley come down from this big spaceship in kind of like a scout ship, and her pod crashes into the woods, and we have Tom Holland's character, Todd, kind of befriend and protect her from the big bad military guys that want to find out what she knows and what the future holds for them through her. I loved this film. I thought it was very gripping. It had some very suspenseful moments to it. Not only that, because we heard the male thought, which led to some obvious jokes, but still very funny and light moments in this movie. I really liked it. I have no idea what people have wrong with this movie. I really enjoyed it. There it is, guys. That's my review. It was a very small movie told with a larger budget, but it doesn't detract from the enjoyment value of this movie. Again, it's getting a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know. I can't fathom it. But I'm going to give it a 90%. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very, very fun, very engaging. It scratched that science fiction itch that I desperately needed scratched. So 90% is that's what I'm giving that movie. And I challenge anybody to come up with any thoughts contrary to that. I want to hear what you guys think about this movie, because I really enjoyed it. All right, so I don't know. It was weird going to the movie theater. There was not a lot of people there, and seeing this movie and seeing the production value of this movie, and knowing that it was supposed to be a big blockbuster, like the beginning of this season's summer movie fest. It was weird watching it and not hearing anything about it, and that's the time the reality that we live in now, is these movies are unfortunately getting released without that much fanfare, and also without word of mouth, because people are not watching these movies and talking about them. But that's my job. I refuse to let this theater go down in flames. I refuse to let this form of entertainment fall to the wayside of the smaller screen. I want these bigger movies, and I will defend them to the end of its existence, or my existence, whatever comes first. Guys, that's it. That's my time at the theater. I really enjoyed this movie. I would recommend going to see it in the theaters to support your theaters. Not only that, do not believe any of this rhetoric that is surrounding this movie. This is a really good movie. It's definitely worth more than the 20% it's getting on Rotten Tomatoes. So, again, I would like to go ahead and wish everybody peace, Montanay. I will talk to you guys later, and goodbye.